All right. Well, should we put him dry before we forget what we're doing?
Before it falls off the jack.
Yeah, right. Before, yeah.
Let's try to put some miles on it.
Yeah. Sound good. Well, hey, welcome back to another episode of Road Noise. Glad you're here. Glad you're hanging out with Dad and I. If you can't tell, Dad and I have a lot of fun, like teeing these up, and yeah, I just enjoy the time that I get to hang out with you, Dad, and I'm sure others do as well. So that's why we keep this. Well, that's why we keep the wheels on. So I'm looking forward to where we're going tonight.
Hey, it's kind of interesting. We got a message today from some people that are first time listeners. And they listened to two podcasts today and sent a message saying how much they enjoyed them. So,
Oh, love it. Glad to hear it.
yeah, so hopefully they'll catch this one. Yeah. All right. Well, we're ready to go then, huh?
Yep. Let's see where we get to.
All right. Well, this story takes place here in Michigan. Your mom and I were on our way to a church for a meeting, and in order to get there, we're kind of going cross country. And it's relatively early morning, and so we're headed cross country here on Michigan back roads. And I think it might have been, was it last week that we talked about deer and how they can be a reminder to pray?
Yep.
Well, here we are on this back road, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a deer running, running across this field, and he's headed right straight across the road that we're on. And I'll be perfectly honest, I don't like hitting those things, and I don't like them hitting me. And so I see it coming, and I stop. There's nobody behind me. There's nobody in front of us. Like I said, it's early morning and we're just out here in the country and the deer is coming. And that deer is running full speed. I mean, it is like it's being chased. Well, the deer is going fast, but it failed to notice that there was a fence along the side of the road. And this was a pretty heavy duty mesh type fence. That deer hit that fence head on. That fence kind of gave and, stretched 4 to 6 inches or something. And then the fence went back to where it was. And when it did, it sprung back and that deer went flying backwards, head over heels, landing several feet back in the field. I have to admit, I wish I'd had a video of that. It was kind of hilarious. So the deer's laying there on the ground, kind of stunned, looking around like, what just happened? Oh, well, it's on a mission. So it jumps back to its feet, takes off again, going full speed. You guessed it, right at the fence. Hits that fence again. Well, the fence knew its drill. It gave a little bit, sprung back, and threw the deer back in the field again. So we're sitting there just splitting a gut. I mean, come on, deer. You're not going to get over, you're not going to go through the fence. You're going to have to go over it or around it or something, but this is not doable. Well, by now, the deer has kind of figured out, okay, that didn't work. Obviously, I need to get a faster run. Well, I'll shorten the story to say that it hit that fence 4 different times.
Oh my word.
I guess maybe we could say, dumb animal. I don't know if that's appropriate or not, but that's what I'm thinking. Dude, this isn't going to work. Well, the fourth time, there it is laying on the ground. It gets to its feet, but this time it didn't just charge the fence again. It kind of walked up slow, stood there and stared at the obstacle in front of it. And then it must have dawned on this deer, running and hitting my head against this thing isn't going to get me across the road. And so while it's just standing there next to the fence, without even taking a breath, That thing jumped right straight up in the air and across over the fence, down the other side, and across the road. I mean, no running jump or anything. Just dead stop, jumped right over it. Wow. It would have been a whole lot easier to do that to start with. But instead, it bounced off that fence 4 different times. As I reflected on that on our way onto the meeting that we were going to, I couldn't help but think that maybe as humans, we might be guilty of the same type of thing from time to time.
Ain't that the truth?
Butting our heads against the wall, trying to accomplish whatever it is or figure something out, and it's just not working. And so we keep trying and trying, repeating ourselves, doing the same thing over and over again. When maybe what we need to do is, well, maybe look at the situation, analyze it a little closer, and I don't think it would be inappropriate to ask for some help. James chapter 1, verse 5. If anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask of God. We get in a situation and we don't know what to do and what we're doing isn't working. Maybe we just need to ask God for some advice. Give us some direction here. What can we do? Obviously, it needs to be something different, and I believe that God will give us that wisdom. Now, thinking about that situation a little more, I'm thinking, what that deer did to us was very funny. We laugh because, stupid animal. I wonder if perhaps we give God some entertainment from now and then, when he's up there in heaven looking down and just laughing, saying, that's not going to work. But if you insist on trying, go ahead, knock yourself out. I hope we're not providing entertainment for God, but wouldn't surprise me if he has to chuckle every now and then at the stupid things that we do. So that's where I'll leave us tonight.
Yeah, that's great. That is an awesome story. That's not one I've heard either. And what a great reminder from James, though, too. Just go to our Lord and ask for wisdom. He's promised
Yeah,
that he's ready and willing to dole it out. I've just got to ask for it. And yeah,
we do.
yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
Well, speaking of dumb animals and so forth, do you know what animal lives longer than a cat?
Hmm. Something with more than 9 lives.
Yeah, a frog. They croak every day.
No.
Okay, well, speaking of dumb things, I'll leave you with one more.
All right.
Um, how can you tell when a bicycle is thinking?
Hmm.
The wheels are turning.
No, I should have seen that coming.
All right, so we got dumb animals and dumb jokes.
Yeah.
I'm done.
All right. Well, thanks for that. And I guess we'll park it here and pick it up again next week.